No one is better than you. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, that is Naughty Neha Vlogs, and I am Neha Kushwa. I will help you out in your English speaking journey. So let's start our discussion. So today's discussion is about practice. That how could we do the practice all alone at the home or all alone anywhere you are, doesn't matter. Just you don't have to do practice. What you have to do, you just have to do the practice. Now what practice is it? It is the practice of speaking. Just speak whatever you want, just speak whatever is coming in your mind, just try to spit it out. What do you have to do? You just try to spit it out. Just say, just tell anyone. If you want to say, to tell anyone. Like if you are introvert, try to get extrovert and try to say the things which are coming in your mind. Because if you will live introvert, then you won't be able to communicate with the others. Then if you would be able to communicate with others, then how would you be able to speak or speak English? Because English speaking is just all about speaking. Alright, because in English speaking here is a word which means a lot. Because if we are introvert, then we don't even share our thoughts to anyone, except some of the people which are really very close to us. Because I know that thing. I was also just that type of person who used to be introvert, but now I could share the things which are coming in my mind with a person who is just stranger and who is just sitting right behind or just right besides to me in any transportation system, in any vehicle, in any of the in any of the what we used to do when we used to go from one place to another place. We used to take a auto, we used to take a cab, we used to take a taxi. So I could talk that with that person very conveniently or with a very confidently. So these were the things. So now let me tell you the way by which you could do the practice. Alright, so practice is simple that, like if you want something, like in the morning you usually want your breakfast. So try to say that into English. Alright, try to speak with your mother, like say, Mama, I just don't want that. Mama, I just don't want this. Or I want this, I want that. So if you will try to speak at your home with your acquaintance. Now what's the meaning of acquaintances? The person to whom you know. Alright, if you will try this, then you would get some confidence, and you would be able to speak much in the whenever you are going somewhere out, and whenever you are even just try to explain it, like if you are going somewhere for interview, if you are going for somewhere anywhere, and if you meet any foreigner, if you meet any person who doesn't know Hindi, because South Indian people doesn't know Hindi, they used to talk in English. So in English, in their particular language, the Urdu, what is that, Telugu, Malayalam, and we don't know the exact meaning, or we don't know the that language. So they also used to communicate with the English language. Then what would you do? So first try to speak from your home, because home is that the place where you could say anything, you could do anything. Because home is where your soul flies. Alright, so try to speak at your home. If you want your if you want your shoes from your younger brother, you could say, just fetch me my shoes which are putting in the almirah. Try to speak a small sentences. Alright, and if you will just say, then you would see the differences. When you were that person, when just keeping in your mind, you were practicing, you were saying that I want this in English, but you were not speaking. Then when you would start to speak, then you would see the difference, that when you were here, when you keeping the thing in your mind, but when you try to speak, when you try to spit it out from your mouth, then you would get here. In a very few months, or in a very few time, you would be from here to the upper level, like a native speaker. Alright, so it's the simple thing. What you just have to do, just have to speak. Alright, and if it comes to practice, you first do the practice in front of the mirror, because mirror is that where you could find the second person in front of you. Alright, whether it's a different thing, like that person is not another, that is you as well, but first try to be confident with yourself, because some of the person who don't like even ourselves, so that is a very bad thing. If you don't even like to ourselves, then how would you be able to like the others? Right? So first try to be confident, and first try to be comfortable with ourselves. When you would get comfortable with yourself, then you would be able to get comfortable with the other people. So here's the thing, just try to speak in front of the mirror. It will boost up your confidence and it will boost up your English speaking. The second thing is try to watch the movies in English, and if the movie is not in the English, you just have to watch that movie into the English subtitle, because subtitle is that where you would get the new vocabulary, where you would get the words with the emotions. Then you would express yourself in a better way. Then you could use the right word. Like we have one word that, but that word has different synonyms. But we just have to use those different synonyms with the correct emotions and with the correct situation. All right. Then we would be able to use that things in a proper way. If you are watching the movie, just try to watch the interviews with the English subtitle. And the fourth thing is that just find out that environment where the people are learning, where the people are very keen, where the people are very desperate, where the people are very eager to learn the English. Because if you will live in that environment now, then you would be able to learn that English very well and very soon, I'm telling you. So these are the things which you would get, and now the question comes, then where you could find that environment. So you could find that environment in yourselves. No one is better than you. Just what we can say, just have faith in me. Just try to keep faith in me. I'm saying this right because I have experienced it. If you will do faith in yourselves now, if you will like yourselves, then no one would be there who could hate you. This is the life experience, you could say. I have experienced it very many a time. Like I experience it every day. Whenever you love yourself, whenever you be yourself, then no one gonna defeat you, no one gonna dislike you. That is the main thing and that is the main purpose of the life. That is the main purpose of the God. Like God usually always tells us to be yourself. Don't copy anyone, just be your copy, be yourselves, and try to encourage yourselves day by day. Alright, so I had told you about the methods, how could you practice with in the English, and I hope that you would try all these things. And yeah, just try to give the suggestions or the feedback in the comment box, and just give the feedback. If you're just not liking this video, you could do the dislike, and if you're just liking this video, you could do the like, because it doesn't take you much time. If you're not doing this for just saving your time, so seems you are very lazy, because just one comment or one like just take only I think 10 seconds. So I think that you are not busy as such for even for your 10 seconds. So try to give the feedback, because it will promote the channel, and if the channel get promoted, then many people would try to get indulge in this, and yeah, we would after then we could do the best to serve the community. All right, so we will meet in the next video with a new concept and with a great enthusiasm. Till then, keep smiling. Bye bye.